Save Club is by far the easiest way to make and save money. Every day you turn on the news, you hear stories just like these.
Hey, you likely notice the price of things going up daily. Everything you use, everything from gas to groceries.
Price tag next time you're at Walmart. The retail giant has been quietly hiking prices.
And every time you open social, you see posts like these.
$17 for 3 Filet-O-Fishes at McDonald's? Are you kidding me?
I don't have the money to buy fast food anymore.
Would you just miss the days when fast food was actually cheap?
Every person out there wants and needs to save money. The power of Save Club is you will show people how to buy the same stuff they are already buying and just pay less for it. This is a total no-brainer. Let's show you some savings examples.
All right, we're going to show you the inside of Save Club, what you get and how we can put some money in your pocket literally in under an hour as soon as you join. I mean, you can start saving money right away and put more money than you have right now in your pocket. Let's show you. So the first thing you do is when you get in our portal here is you'll put in whatever city you're at. I just put in Pittsburgh as an example here. And then you can start looking for deals. Well, let's have some common sense here because you're wondering, is this membership worth it? Okay. And let's show you. The first question I have is, do you eat? Because most of you eat. That's one of my favorite things to spend money on is food. I enjoy not just eating, but going out and getting the entertainment that food brings, going to restaurants and stuff. So here's Pittsburgh. I roll down and let's see, Smoky Bones. That's a really good barbecue place. Free appetizer with the purchase of entree. I buy appetizers on every meal I buy. So if I'm already going to spend money and buy an appetizer, I just got it free. Well, where does that money go? It goes back in my pocket. Now, would you have to convince me to go eat at a restaurant that I already go eat at anyway? No. See, in Save Club, you don't have to convince people to spend money on stuff that they're not currently doing. This is stuff that they do every day, but instead of paying more for it, they pay less, keeping the difference, okay? For example, Subway. A lot of you know Subway. Look at this, dollar off footlong sub or free 6-inch with the purchase of the same. So let's say you and your significant other are going to lunch, and each one of you get a 6-inch. Well, one of them's now free. You were going to pay for that before, but now that money went in your pocket. Or maybe you have kids and you buy a sandwich for you and you give your kid the other sandwich. But again, that was money you were going to currently spend that you didn't have to because of Save Club. And you could use these coupons every single day. You could go to lunch and then go to dinner, okay? The Mexican restaurant, 15% off. Let's go down. Texas de Brazil, that is a famous pretty high-end Brazilian steakhouse, 15% off. And that's kind of a pricey place. 15% off could pay more than your membership with just that one single deal. Domino's, $10 savings. Buy a large, get a large. Okay, get a free pizza. Arby's, get a free roast beef sandwich. Hardee's, get a free burger. Okay, again, if you're going to go buy one anyway, why not? Bravo, really great Italian restaurant. Love this place, 15% off. Okay, that deal alone could pay your membership the whole month, okay? Especially if you have a big family, 10% off. Applebee's, you got Burger King there, Dairy Queen, which, I have that too many times. Free small sundae, great, love that. And we could go on and on and on, and I'm not even halfway through the food. And you can see all these places. So people go to these places all the time anyway. I don't have to convince them to go, and I don't have to convince you to save money. It would be crazy to go to the place and not save money if there's a coupon for it that's really easy. Well, let's say you don't eat out a lot. Okay, you get food delivered to your house then? Well, then just click on DoorDash and get 25% off your first order. So if you're one of these people, I don't really eat out a lot, well, that's okay. You might order food in, and we got a discount on that as well. Okay? There's also things like meal prep things. If I hit like grocery, depending on where you live, different ones come up because it comes up through by your zip code. So some cities have a lot more than other cities. So if I type in grocery, let's see what's come up. Of course, you can get Sam's Club and Costco memberships at a discount. As I scroll down, this is one thing I would do. It's not really groceries, but I would do this right away. You could print off a pharmacy card absolutely free just for being a member. And if you get any prescriptions, you get up to 80% off your prescriptions. That could really add up if you're on some serious medication. Giant Food, if you have one of those by you, Safeway, Albertson, those are grocery stores. And so there's even grocery type of deals depending on where you live. Okay, and there's a lot more than that too. There's food services, etc. Now, what else can you do? Well, let's talk about some big purchases. Like you have a car, right? So if you have a car, you might need to get an oil change. I hope you do, because if you don't, your car is not going to last a whole long time. Well, I come down here, 15% off Jiffy Lube, Firestone 15% off, Goodyear 10% off, Midas. All these things. Take 5. I used this the other day. It's $20. Well, guess what? That paid for my entire month's membership. I was going to get an oil change anyway, and I just got $20 off, and it was so easy. I showed him my phone. He's like, "Yep, $20 off." Boom, right there. And then I used coupons to save money to eat the same day, and I think I saved like $40 just that day. Now, here's something to think about too. Firestone 15% off if I hit view deals. On all services. If you have a car breakdown or you need brakes that are pretty expensive, let's say a brake job's $500, well, do the math on what 15% off of $500 would be and put that back in your pocket, all right? You could also look at things like tires. Tires can be pretty expensive when you need them. Pep Boys 20% off on tires, oil change, brakes, and more. Okay, well, tires are around $500 to $1,000 depending on what kind of car. Do the math on how much money that just put in your pocket. Let's look at recreation and fun stuff like golf. A lot of guys right now in the summer are golfing. Free greens free, but purchase the same. Me and my buddy go and get one free. This place got discount on green frees, but then they got an appetizer if I'm eating at the club. All right, so there's all this golf stuff here that's really good. There's Top Golf, which is a fun driving range. A lot of families like to go there. $15 off. Let's talk about other entertainment like movies. Okay, 25% off. 20% off, 25% off. So if you want to go and buy movie tickets, why would you pay full price? You can get discounts instantly on that. Health and wellness. Let's click on this real quick. Maybe for the ladies, you want to go to a salon. There's all kinds of stuff here. Hot Mama Salon. Now, this is in Pittsburgh, but that's pretty cool. 10% off a chemical process or a free tan with the purchase of the same. Basically, anything that you want to do, okay, you can just scroll through here and find major discounts. Well, let's talk about a big one, appliances. If you own a home, you might want new appliances or an appliance breaks down. So let me type in Samsung for an example, and I hit search. And sure enough, Samsung has a 30% off. But is it any good, right? You're probably wondering, is it good? So I pulled up a price on Samsung on this refrigerator here. I can get it for $25.27. So I went over to Best Buy, and I'm a Total Tech member on Best Buy, so this is the total member price, which is discounted. $3,100. Okay, do you want to pay $3,100 or do you want to pay a little over $2,500 and put $500 in your pocket? Now, I could look for washers, dryers, refrigerators, all kinds of stuff. Not to mention, Save Club also has deals with LG, Whirlpool, all kinds of other brands that you can do this on. All right, let's talk about travel. So I wanted to look at a really fancy place and travel here. So I looked up Las Vegas. And I said, here's Nobu. Okay, Nobu is a fancy place at Caesar's Palace. And I said, well, what deals are they running over here? So let's look. They have it for these days, Monday the 21st, checking out the 23rd. Okay, per night, they want total charges $609 for a deluxe king room. All right, now let's check out Save Club and see if we can find a deal. So if I come over here, there's Nobu right there. Let me click on it. Let's look at the exact same dates as we had before. Deluxe King Room right here. Notice it's free cancellation, by the way. And I hit book now. And let's see what our total is on Save Club. Total is $270.36 for that room. 2 nights, July 21st to July 23rd, deluxe king bed. Now we go back to Priceline, and what did they want? $609. Notice it's the same room, same date, same anything. So what is that deal? That's around $300, $320 in your pocket in just that one deal. Okay, pretty great, right? So you're probably wondering, how about just normal stuff you buy? Well, how about Amazon? You're like, well, you can't beat Amazon, can you? It's impossible to beat Amazon. Well, we have Amazon, and certain things on Amazon, they'll give me up to 40% off. For example, I click here and notice it says it's taking me from Save Club over to this special Amazon link. And security, I do a lot with security cameras in my house. And everybody's heard of Ring doorbells and stuff. And let's look at this Ring indoor cam. It's the newest model. I can get it for $39.13. But if I went right direct to Amazon and looked at the Ring cam, the newest model, $59. So there's $20. So there's my month's membership and just that one deal right there. Okay. And it's so great because almost anything you can do, you can save money. It's almost impossible not to save hundreds of dollars a month by going through all of the deals. I mean, you hit shopping, Men's Warehouse, 10% off. Father's Day is coming up. That's a good deal. Kohl's, 15% off. You can look on here. JCPenney, 15% off. 30% off at Finish Line. All kinds of deals on here. Mattress deals. It's almost impossible not to save tons of money. So what I ask everybody all the time is just a simple question. If you handed me $20 and I handed you back $200, would you do it? Is there anybody on the planet that says no to that equation? And what I want you to think about as well is, let's say you get involved here in the business and you become a member of the business, and you don't go out there and you don't promote the business at all. Okay, so you didn't make any money from the business side of things. Okay, maybe you're busy, stuff happens, whatever. But still, at the end of the month, you can have more money in your pocket than you had before. Okay? Even if you didn't do anything with the business, just by buying stuff that you normally buy anyway. We're not telling you to go buy stuff that you don't want to buy. We're telling you to go get what you normally spend money on and just save money on it. Look at GNC. For example, do you buy any supplements? $20 off 100. So if you need a couple jugs of protein powder or something, boom, you just save money. Do you buy kind of that kind of stuff? See, everything that you do, it doesn't have to be just travel, because you might not travel a lot, okay? But we have insane discounts on travel, even flights, etc. But everything else you do on a daily basis is in here. Services, okay? All kinds of services here. This is interesting too. Budget trunk rental, 15% off. Okay, you can save hundreds of dollars there. You need your carpets cleaned. Okay, almost anything that you're going to do. Let's say you need an appliance fix. There you go, discount. Everything you can think of. There's money that can go back in your pocket with Save Club, and there's a lot more deals coming. This is not even scratching the surface, everyone. So we just wanted to show you an inside sneak peek, and get this. The minute you sign up, you're going to have access to this portal where you can immediately come over here, put in your city, and start to save money within 20 minutes of you signing up. Heck, within 2 minutes of you signing up, you'll be able to access this and start putting more money in your pocket than you had last month by just saving money on the stuff you're already spending money on. Now tell me if you think that's a hard business to take the average person out there and put more money in their pocket. It's not. That's why this thing is on fire, and you want to get started ASAP.